What's going on, homosexuals? Come gather around. A little bit low-key tonight. I'm doing the video a little bit later. I went out with a buddy of mine. Got some homies to come to the gym with me. It was a lot of fun. It's always good to spread the love with this stuff, because he was like, oh, I'll come meet you at your house. And I was like, wait a minute. You actually, want to go with me? So, I'm so used to just meeting the people that are already there. And it's nice when you have, a little bit of a group thing going on. It's very motivating, to say the least, to get yourself in there and want to really overperform, do the best that you can. That's why I'm excited to train with some people in the Olympic garage on Friday. It's just going to be people that want to, it's not so much as being around more people or people that I know, but it's people that I know positively affect my daily life. It will keep you positive and productive and happy when you're doing this kind of shit that's really tough on your body. I mean, honestly, I was having such a good time, and I was so, focused on having fun with the homies today that, my first my first working set on pause clean and jerks today was definitely a bit of a whiff. I did not lock it in the way I needed to, because I just wasn't thinking about how heavy the weight actually was. But all the other sets I was pretty fucking happy with. It felt really good, getting better every day. There's no actual pain, and the mobility's there. I felt the first bit of discomfort in my left knee from the quad tendon injury for the first time since I've been feeling better. So that's something I want to be mindful of, but not so much overthink, It's just keeping myself as healthy as I can so that I can keep going at the rate that I've been trying to do. But, regardless of what I'm feeling in the moment right now, I want to give it that time to see what it really feels like. It's a rest day tomorrow, so I'll be able to see if there's actually some strainage going on in my knee, and if there is, we'll see what to do from there. I don't want to overthink too much, and I don't want to overstrain or overstretch it with certain accessories. I just want to kind of give it that time to grow and see what it's capable of right now, especially with the new program. I told you guys I'm not focused on maxing out right now. I'm not focusing on destroying this program as hard as I can. I just want to make sure I can be healthy and feel better, make some progress with it. And if the weight's too heavy, then I'll just restart the program and do it twice as confident so that I can destroy it the next time, And even if that one doesn't go as planned, I'm still going to continue doing it as best as I possibly fucking can, Bench press was fun. I'm back with that shit, baby. I am feeling good. If you saw a little while ago, I pulled my chest on the same spot twice in the same month. That was very disheartening, because my bench has always been naturally just built different compared to everything else, even though I do mostly Olympic lifting. I just have a really good genetic upper body. And 290 for sets today was flying. It was easy. And that's what I want. That's the feeling I've been trying to get back to. And that's how my squats are slowly starting to feel. And I'm just learning what all the heavyweight feels like again. I really don't want to overstress my body. So if I start feeling like I'm in pain or whatever, I at least know how to work through it the way I did last time. Just doing the 90-degree squats, taking my time, not overdoing it, and giving it that time to come back. Because if my knee ends up feeling strained again after this cycle, I'll just do a full month of the 90-degree chilling out with just that kind of squats, just so I can really come back at 100% without having to really think about it, because it took 2 weeks and I felt completely fine. So if it came back a little too early and I just don't know it yet, I'll find out and I'll work through it. That's you can't live in the what if. You just got to do your best and see where it goes from there. But it felt fucking phenomenal on the bench press. So I'm really excited to see how that feels next week when I get to go heavier. By the way, physically, I'll give it a very solid, a very solid 8.95. It is really close to a 9, but I just don't think it was right there. It may look like a 9 or over from what it was, but I wasn't so much as locked into the weights today as I was just having fun and just enjoying the moment, So I don't want to overestimate whatever I've got if I didn't actually put in that kind of effort, Mentally, God damn it, I'll give it a solid 9.4 for sure. Feeling good. It's it's nice to have so many people around me that want to express themselves and allow me to express myself through them as well. You know, it's really, really nice. Especially today, hanging out with like you'll see, he was spotting me on all my bench sets, but you know, he just got here like I did, and he hasn't met a whole bunch of people, so it's been good to start hanging out more and like having this little group thing going, just to like, that's how you make the best bonds, you know, like consistently showing up with the same people and growing through one another. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And we had a lot of conversations today just about, you know, how dangerous life can be. You know, you don't really think about it a whole lot. It's just you know, and you don't want to scare yourself. There's no point in sitting there thinking like, oh, I could get hurt or die tomorrow, like I don't know what to do. It's more so just about being sure you live every step with as much passion as you can, so that if it does happen, you'll be all right. You know, you'll still be able to do the best you can because you've fortified that mindset. Like we were like, oh man, like you can surf your memories for all, like we were going through our memories of all these things that we've seen, people getting parts cut off, getting impaled, all this other stuff, really bad illnesses. And it's kind of surreal how many times me and this guy alone have experienced all these near-death things around us, even if they didn't happen to us directly. And yet it feels like nothing's really happened, you know? That's just kind of life. You know, things move on so damn quick where you kind of just, you got to put it down and just pick up the next step. Because it's not so much that we're just throwing it away so that we don't have to think about it or forget about it because we're uncomfortable. It just means that we've gotten to a point where we're like, okay, well, I can either sit here and worry my ass off about something that might not or probably won't happen to me, at least for a very long time, or I can just start back where I left off. You know, that's kind of all it is. It's like with my knee and this whole recovery process the past almost 4 months now, where it's just back and forth, doing my absolute best. I don't know if I'm going to get better. I don't know how good it's going to get. I don't know where I'll be at, but I'm going to put in my best fucking effort no matter what. And now I'm at this point where it doesn't even feel like I had a knee injury because I've gotten through it, you know? It's kind of surreal that you forget so quickly what you've gone through, in the sense of like, I remember with a positive perspective and a better hope for the future. But it's like it never happened, you know? And even though I feel a little bit of some deja vu in my knee today, it's like, it's not like I'm less confident. You know, I've never been more energized to get through this program and do my absolute best. I don't know. I don't know where the point's really at, but it's good to allow yourself to move on from things that are stressful or traumatic at the rate that your body and mind want to. You know, I say it all the time with weightlifting just because it's easy to say because I go through it every day, but you got to give it the effort that your body's capable of in that moment, you know? Even if it doesn't feel the best, or if you feel like you're not doing enough, that's just where your body's at today. You know, you got to put in that 100% effort for whatever's planned. And so you're never going to know what happens in your daily life. You know, you just got to, you got an idea of what you want to do, but most of the time it never goes the way you think it will or you plan on it. You're just doing your absolute best until something cool happens or something shitty happens, and you deal with it, you move on, and then you pick up right where you left off. And that experience and motivation, I think, is what makes people seemingly forget so quickly, where they can embrace that negative part of their lifestyle so quickly and efficiently the more it happens, to where you just get fully confident in the fact that you'll be okay no matter what. You know, I feel like I preach that a good fucking bit, where if you're breathing and you're living and you're conscious and you're aware and you don't got any disorders, be fucking happy, dude. You know, it's a goddamn miracle that we have conscious thought. So be happy that you're alive at the very bare minimum. There's always something worse, and there's always something scarier, but we don't what if. We just live with what cards have been dealt to us and play them to the best of our ability, to what we know and what we've experienced. So I think the misconception is like, these traumatic things we go through aren't forgotten just for the sake of blocking them out. It's more so you've learned to embrace what is socially or seemingly negative from outside or from within the box. But once you get like comfortable with yourself and stable mentally, at least, or whatever you're doing, you can really take that negativity in with positivity. You know, there's so many people I know that will go through something like that and they'll just be like, oh, it's just awful, and I just got to live with it. And I'm like, you could turn anything negative into something positive, you know? It doesn't have to be negative. It's a mindset to be negative or positive. It's your choice. You know, we don't ask for these things to happen to us, and it may not be fair, but in the long run, it's up to us to take charge of what we've got and appreciate it to the fullest extent, you know? Man, I'm getting all philosophical and shit today. I don't know, I'm tired, and it was interesting to bring this stuff up after so long, you know, because it's always great to get to know new people and live every day of life just with as much passion and love as I can and not worry about stuff too much. But it's nice to be able to look back at something and laugh, even though it was seemingly such a horrible thing. I tell people that all the time. You know that you've grown and you've achieved a level where you could take something in negative and turn it into something that can be positive for the sake of yourself and what you're capable of, when you can sit there and laugh about it regardless of how awful it is, you know? I love that idea where you can just sit there and laugh at your trauma like it wasn't that big a deal. We got there, we're living, and we're still here, we're still kicking, we're doing our best. And as long as you're putting that best foot forward and trying to push your passions through as hard as you can to the rate that your body and mind will allow you to, then fuck everything else, man. You know, just have fun. Do what you want to do. Anyway, I know it wasn't so much about the weightlifting today. I just didn't have a whole lot to say. I don't think my knee's going to be a problem. It hasn't been for weeks. And even if it is, it's not the end of the world. You know, we'll figure it out. We'll see what my body's capable of doing. I've definitely been pushing it this past week for sure on squats because I haven't done anything this heavy in a long time. So my body's still it's getting used to it. It's relearning what it means to truly struggle through those lifts. So we'll just see where it goes. And again, getting injured is not the bad part. It's giving up and giving it less than 100% of whatever effort you can in that moment, regardless of what happens, you know? Because I'm always going to try to give it my 100%. It's just a matter of being patient and having faith in the fact that your efforts will mean something and will get you there, especially when you have past experience and you know that you're capable of doing it. It's just a matter of picking your feet up and trying it out. That's all it is, at least to me. But I'll be back day after tomorrow for a very heavy snatch session. I'm very excited. I don't know. This is going to be the week where I truly test my limits and I see where my body's grown or needs to relax and restart the program potentially. I'm not going to put any bad deja vu on or any bad karma. Just whatever happens, happens. I'm going to try because I'm already here and I feel good. And as long as my knee feels fine, then I'm not going to worry too much about it until I get there and just do my best and listen to my body if it starts telling me, hey, we might be fucking dying on this next set if you try to keep going. And, you know, you just got to live in the moment with that shit. You can't worry about it till it happens kind of thing. But I'll get there. It'll be heavy as shit. So we'll see how fun it is. I think I'm going up to 240 for doubles. So that'll be something else. I'll tell you what. But I think the strength is there. I think I've been getting used to the heavyweight. I think it's going to stack on top of itself. But I got to believe that it's there. You know, I got to give it that 100% so that if the potential's there, it can actually come through. Rather than being like, oh, man, I don't fucking know. We'll just see and just not give a fuck. I'm giving fucks. God damn it. I'm gonna try my hardest. But I can't, overthink it. I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. And that is just being the best me that I can be, you know. Let me know how those lives and lifts have been going. I love hearing about it. And I'm going to go enjoy my rest day. I'll see you guys day after tomorrow. Love you. See ya.